Matsuo Slips has prepared a statement. Of course, we have two teams, for and against. Ultimately, you decide. Please tune in and chime in as well in the comments. What do we have, Matua?
All right, so today's speed debate topic is smacking your child still an acceptable form of discipline in today's society? For, we have Bo and Jeff, and against, we have Chris and Aaron. Sweet.
Chris and Aaron start off since we started off last week.
You guys always say that.
Yeah, but we actually did start off last week.
Did you?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna start off right now, and I'm gonna start off right now then, because me and Ezra, we got this. We already know.
We'll see about that.
We got the upper hand because they hate kids. So,
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good people, YDP community, whānau, should I say? People, we can't teach violence to our young ones, because then they think violence, and then what do? Violence.
they do violence.
They do violence. You know what I'm talking about?
I hear you.
You hear me? You love that one? You love it so much you want to take it right now?
Yeah, instantly I think, trauma. Trauma for kids. It's something that you don't want growing up. I've found in past studies, those who've been disciplined, grow up traumatized and, they head down a path of
Distraction.
Oh, distraction or destruction? Both. Yeah, both. Yeah. And then fling it back to Chris because he's got an amazing point coming.
So I'm going to catch it right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit the home runner right here. Listen. You can't teach violence.
Oh, so you're just reiterating your first point.
Just highlighting that point because that was really important.
That's really strong.
Listen, the best way to teach your kids is by example. Okay?
That's a good point there, buddy.
Because they're going to grow up and they're going to copy what you've modeled for them. And if you've modeled a life of violence, of disciplining by beating them up, guess what they're going to do when they grow up?
Beating them up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're great to that.
That's why on this side, we love timeouts. Timeouts are the way forward.
Get in that corner.
Yeah, and those timeouts, your kids will still talk back to you.
Get in there. Think about what you've done.
Think about your actions.
Yeah, and then they're going to deny it. And then what are you going to do? You can't smack them, so they're not going to get a timeout.
Does that happen with your kids? That you know about?
Okay, thank you. Two very poor points.
That's a very bad argument.
I'll give you the honors. You can unpack. You can pick them apart.
All right, buddy. Start us off. Since you're the one with kids here, I'll...
Yeah, tell us what it's like when you don't hit your kids.
Here's the thing. We've all been down that road. We've all had the beats. Let's be honest. Were you better for it?
100%.
I'm still scarred.
Okay. and if you say it still hurts. my
lacerations.
Well, guess what?
The lacerations.
I could say that you got to separate violence from discipline.
They're two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things.
And if you grow up in a household where there is violence, then that isn't a form of discipline. Okay.
It's a way of life.
That's no. Because you got to say, like, what is violence from discipline? The odd. So if odd clip over the ears, like, I told you not to do that.
And if you had a mom, if you had a mom like mine, and you received a hiding, you did it out of love. They say it's always out of love.
And then because it feels like it was out of hate. Once you get to a point in your life and you look back and you be like, damn, that's why I got a hiding. I was such a disappointment. I was such a mess.
Wait, let's put it this way. A lot of the kids or the people that I know that haven't received hidings, they're brats. They talk back to their parents.
That's a big statement.
They elope.
By that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
They elope, they run away. You know, they're in trouble with the police.
Listen to this.
And this isn't a generalization, anyways. This is facts. This is truth.
Okay, let me just bring this point to your attention. Bo said, years later, right? You're looking at yourself, man, that's why I got a hiding A. But I'm saying, can't we teach that same lesson without the violence?
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Can't we find another way?
There's only so many
there
words.
another way?
So many
There's only
words.
so many words that can be said.
There's only so many words in the Samoan vocabulary that you can be like that you can use to teach your kids.
I mean, all we have is timeouts. That's all we got.
And the
Those
same kids
timeouts
are
don't
spending,
work.
and the timeouts turn into life. There's the life timeouts in prison. Okay,
I guess we're the guy who got a hiding, when he when he eventually
to
grew
be
up.
successful.
He went to jail. The kids who got timeout, they're successful lawyers. They're lawyers and they're doctors.
Yeah, and they
why?
never go to see their
And
parents.
how many of them do you know? Heaps. How many kids do you know?
Harry,
that
he
were
never
raised?
got Harry the lawyer, he never got a hiding.
He got thrown through a wall. He got thrown through a door.
Hey, this is our closing statement. If you don't receive a hiding and you get put in timeout like these boys have said, you're going to just talk back to your parents anyway. You're not going to respect them because you receive timeouts. Receiving a hiding is not a form of violence. It's a form of discipline and love.
And it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate form of love.
Is it love leaving scars on your body from your kids?
See, that's what you call abuse. This is not. This is not.
What we're talking like a smack.
we're
maybe?
talking about-
So Bo with 3 daughters, what's it like disciplining your smacking
Now,
your
just
kids?
tell everyone.
Oh, sorry. What's it like
That's
smacking,
disclosed information, buddy.
smacking your daughters? It's never been done, Nate.
No,
It doesn't happen.
No.
Why?
He leaves it to his wife.
Because see, timeouts are more efficient.
Timeout,
Okay,
man.
have my kids. You know, have they got the over the head sometimes? Yes, I will. Or the odd smack on the hand. Don't touch that, because why? It's dangerous. And when you're a kid and you don't understand much, you're like, oh, if I tell you don't touch that, they'll be like, cool, and then continue on to do it. If I imprint my hand on your palm, you know that's a no-go zone.
See, to me, like doing that, it leaves a scar, like mentally and like emotionally.
Like,
Scar,
wow,
but
my day.
Whereas if you were to tell them off, like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then they'll turn around like, shut up.
No. Don't
They
do
turn
that.
around and be like,
And
shut
you,
up.
and you take away something that they
And they
enjoy.
turn around,
You
they're
take
like-
away their
And then
barbie
they-
hole.
Then
Yeah.
they turn
Take away
around
their
and say, I
playhouse.
want to go live somewhere else.
No, they
just
turn
run out
turn
of
around.
home.
Well,
We
turn
can't
around. I
hear them
hate you,
because
Dad.
No?
How can you hear them? Then time out.
You take away something that they love, like their dollhouse and
Okay,
stuff,
closing
then they
statements
realize.
from Chris and Aaron.
Hey, here's our closing
Stop.
statement.
Just
Listen,
stop.
listen, Linda, please, fellas.
Bring it home, baby. That's already home.
Let's
Throw the baby in timeout.
Here's the thing. Like I said, we can learn the same lessons but a different way. We don't have to take the same path. Just because you got beaten as a child. Maybe it's because you were an asshole. I don't know. Maybe you deserve that. But there's many different ways to learn the same lesson. Kia ora,
Be like,
doesn't always have to be the smack. We leave that to you, Mina.
Wait for your kids.
All right. That was a very good debate again.
After not listening,
That was a stitcher. That was a stitcher.
But we won.
Started off a bit iffy at the start with Chris and Aaron. Went well with Bo and Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Strong debate from them. So I'm going to have to give it to Jeff and Bo.
Yes.
And that's 3 wins for us.
what are you talking about?
Easy.
that's 2 apiece.
Easy claps.
That's okay.
Lalanga sa ko ole makua lofa. See, yeah, got those lines.
Mina's high half the time, so
If your dad